The Dutch Grand Prix delivered chaos, heartbreak, and a serious shakeup in the championship. McLaren's weekend showed just how small margins can change everything. On Saturday, Lando Norris missed pole by only 0.012 seconds to Oscar Piastri after being caught by a gust of wind at the wrong moment. It seemed costly, but not as painful as what came next. On Sunday, a car failure forced Norris out of the race, turning what could have been a tight title fight into a 34-point gap. The problem was McLaren's responsibility, not Mercedes' engines, and the team must fix it fast if it wants to keep the championship alive. Elsewhere, Isack Hadjar made his case for a Red Bull seat even stronger. His first Formula One podium couldn't have come at a better time. He qualified brilliantly, defended against Charles Leclerc, and handled Leclerc's pressure like a veteran. "I don't want to be next to Max. I don't like him," Hadjar joked when asked about joining Verstappen at Red Bull. But the truth is, he's making himself impossible to ignore. Yuki Tsunoda, by contrast, managed only 9th place and now sits 19th in the standings, the lowest-ranked full-time driver. The race also exposed flaws in Formula One's new racing rules. Liam Lawson collided with Carlos Sainz at Turn 1, leaving both with punctures, yet the penalty went to Sainz, not Lawson. Many felt this was an unintended side effect of guidelines that give too much freedom to the car on the inside. It raised fresh questions about how fair racing is really being judged. Ferrari endured a nightmare. Both cars crashed at the same corner in different incidents, but the bigger blow came from Lewis Hamilton's mistake on his reconnaissance lap. He failed to slow for double yellow flags, earning a 5-place grid penalty for Monza before the race had even started. For Ferrari, it turned a bad Sunday into a disaster that will spill over into its home race. The midfield battle is just as dramatic as the title fight. With millions at stake, Aston Martin scored points with both cars after a strong recovery, keeping them just ahead of Racing Bulls in the Constructors' Championship. But Hadjar's podium has re-energized Red Bull's second team, making them the biggest threat in the $50 million fight. Ollie Bearman finally ended his long points drought with a superb drive to 6th place, his best ever F1 result, despite starting from the pit lane. Safety cars and smart strategy played into his hands, but it was a breakthrough performance after months of frustration. For Tsunoda, it was another race of what-ifs. A throttle issue meant he had no power until 40% pedal input, leaving him stuck on the fringes of the points. 9th was better than nothing, but compared to Hadjar's podium, it felt insignificant. Mercedes had its own headaches. Kimi Antonelli crashed into Leclerc, picking up 2 penalties and throwing away a points finish after an otherwise strong weekend. Toto Wolff defended him again, saying, "He's young, he'll learn." But the excuses are piling up. Antonelli's pace hasn't been strong enough to cover his mistakes, and he now risks being overtaken in the standings by Williams' Alex Albon. Alpine almost had a reason to celebrate with Franco Colapinto, who was on course for his first career points until Pierre Gasly delayed letting him pass. By the time Colapinto was free to attack, it was too late. It was his best weekend yet, but still no reward. And Sauber, after 6 consecutive points finishes, suddenly had nothing. Bad starts, contact, and poor strategy left them mired in the midfield. "Just a bad day at the office," said team boss Jonathan Wheatley. It was a reminder that even an improved car can't rescue a weekend if execution and luck desert you. The Dutch Grand Prix didn't just shuffle the order. It underlined how quickly fortunes can swing in Formula One.